When it comes to video game criticism, I typically try to avoid direct comparisons. Oversimplified statements like, new game is old game, but worse. Not only are these comparisons obviously and inherently subjective, they're only potentially helpful to folks who already played the game you're comparing the new one to. But when pretty much everyone played the old game and almost everyone agreed it took some decent content and scraped it over too much bread Bilbo style,
I feel thin.
Well, let's just say I am so relieved that Star Wars Outlaws seems to be taking an antithetical approach to Starfield's quantity over quality game design mentality. Last week I got my hands on a 4-hour preview build of Star Wars Outlaws, or SWO, courtesy of Ubisoft. And all of my highfalutin we do ourselves a disservice when we interpret one work of art through the lens of another rhetoric went out the proverbial airlock during my ship's first transition into space, which, as you can see from this embarrassing side-by-side, makes the loading screen-obsessed Starfield look 10 years old. Or was it 25 years old? I forget. Now, before continuing, I do just want to quickly caveat that, contrary to this video's smarmy tone, I did actually enjoy Starfield and gave it a pretty good score. So just know I'm not here to hop on the Starfield hate train because that thing left the station 10 months ago, right? Instead, consider this video me pre-boarding the Star Wars Outlaws hype train. That's because instead of 1,000 predominantly empty procedural planets, SWO has 5 handcrafted ones stuffed full of jaw-dropping beauty and OG Star Wars lore. The game itself takes place between The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, and you'll play as Kay Vess, a young Han Solo-esque scoundrel who assembles an eclectic team to pull off a massive heist to pay off a crime syndicate. Or so the Wikipedia logline goes. To be honest, my time with the game was fleeting and a little disjointed. I started out after the tutorial, in the middle of a blaster fight on Toshara, a dangerous savannah moon shaped by strong winds, scum, and villainy. From there, I, given the play session's time constraints, tried my best to stick to the main quest and routinely failed, often getting distracted by herds of roaming wildlife, water physics, convincing and well voice-acted street conversations, and Fathier gambling, the winnings of which I used to bribe my way into Shara's criminal underbelly. Herein lies the core of Star Wars Outlaws. There are several competing criminal networks scattered about the galaxy that you'll need to win over if you want access to their territory and lucrative contracts. Of course, scratching one cartel's back often means dropkicking another's, and you'll want to keep an eye on these interrelated reputation meters lest a syndicate decides you win its Kill Squad prize. But even if you piss them all off, at least you'll always have Nyx, Kay's adorable and incredibly useful Mercal companion. Ubisoft described him to me as Kay's third arm, which sounds pretty rad until you remember that ramen droids have 4, and these little guys have 14. But while he can't cook or fix your ship, Nyx can crawl through areas you can't, unlock doors on the other side, fetch items, distract or attack enemies, and even do this. Even better, there are apparently Nyx-specific quests scattered throughout SWO, and I can't wait to find them when the game comes out in late August. Side note, while writing the script for this video, this kept happening whenever I abbreviated Star Wars Outlaws. Which feels fitting because that's about what I looked like after spending 4 hours on Toshara and Kijimi, a cold, frozen planet ruled by the Ashiga clan crime syndicate. Now, I know that dumping on open world titles and Ubisoft generally has been in vogue for a while now, and not without reason. We've seen a lot of the same old formulas in recent years. But this is the first ever Star Wars open world game, and there's no denying that when done with care and a stupid amount of money, the open world RPG is still among this medium's most engrossing, and Ubisoft seems to have this one on the right track. From its fun premise and committed voice acting, to its multi-path approach to level designs that encourage experimentation with both stealth and not stealth, SWO will definitely be a title to watch next month. And should it end up sucking, well, shit, sorry. Until then, this is Scope, and thanks for watching.